afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Another company heroes one episode here with me, a host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero, Strike Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to 1 vs 1 on Angerville. Between the south, we got Vesat Ivalta. Here fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany for the 709th Bodenständige Infantry Division versus the north, we got Bsky Revolution. We'll just be calling him Bsky here, fighting for the Americans, freedom and democracy. Here taking on the role of the 3rd Armored Division, double engineers. And we got the barracks up here pretty quickly. Dollar Pioneers working hard on that. Wehrmacht quarters for Vesat. Early Jeep start here for barracks. Oh, barracks. Jesus Christ. Bsky. For Bsky. Allowing him to rush ahead for some more to spot out. And maybe harass his opponent. Tends to be one of the things you usually go for if you aim for an early Jeep start. You're aiming to sort of try and frustrating your opponent's early game with it. For Vesat Ivalta, I imagine there'll be some Volksgun. It's been cool in theory to go for the bike. Or Schwimmwagen. But we'll have to see what it is ultimately aims for. Pioneers rushing straight for the fuel point. Other Pioneers sort of going to be connecting territory to follow up. And we also get a spread here from Bsky going west and east. And of course, Vesat Ivalta is a good Wehrmacht player, heads west. Also note he's laying down sandbags first, so he can't be immediately sort of knocked out. They will try and grab the fuel point. Deep rushing down the center here. Probably in part to get an idea here as to what Vesat is doing. And there you go, catches the Volksgun squad, opening up with the 30 caliber, rushing in for Volksgun Grenadiers, opening up, and then the Jeep getting off a few hits there. Shoot, Ludwig! Shoot! Shoot it to bits! I mean, there'll be soon more Volksguns there arriving for Vesat. Of course, also aim for an MG42 here. Fuel there being slowly secured. Same here with the point there. And in the east, we've got more points being secured, and same with the west. He's basically going for both munitions points first here. Of course, they're being hunted down here, but the Jeep being pursued a bit. More shots there, taking him down to half health. Right off the bat, point halfway done there. And back here, nothing further for Vesat. Jeep moving in here, going straight for the Volksgun Grenadiers. Volksgun's being slightly pushed back here by the Jeep. Interesting enough, he seems more interested in targeting with engineers. So there we go, we got Rifleman out here for Bsky and the 3rd Armoured, some good old GIs. Jeep moving up, or being flanked here by the Pioneers as well, getting a bit ugly here. Engineers taking quite a bit of damage as they take the point. Almost wiped out here, in fact, by Vesat's staunch and aggressive defense in service of the Vaterland. The 709th Bodenständige Infantry Division was one of the divisions holding the beaches of Normandy against the Allied invaders. There you go, the Jeep charging in, pushing around there, make it difficult for them to actually focus on the Rifleman, allowing the Rifleman to get them more easily close and then do more damage up close where they actually have the advantage. Technically, though, even in range, the Volksguns don't have much of an actual advantage. That's always one of the sort of things I found a bit weird, you know. They got an advantage up at range, sure, if you can keep them at range, which was sort of the magical thing, you couldn't easily. But enough about that. Though both units have been quite depleted nonetheless by the fighting. Volksguns moving up there, shooting away. Riflemen there are forced back here by the Volksgun Grenadiers. And I imagine there'll be a 3rd squad there. Maybe an MD42 there for Vesat. We got engineers continue to grab territory. Notice he's gone for the fuel pump, but he hasn't actually connected it, which is a bit awkward there. So Vesat in that regard might actually have a slight fuel lead here over Bsky. Working hard on the Jeep there. Riflemen reinforcing. Pioneers there reinforcing. Same with the Volksgun Grenadier. Nothing further there from him as of yet. No TAC, no Kampfkraft Center, no bunker. And there we go, we got a 3rd Volksgun squad out here, so the 709th Bodenständige Infantry Division is going pretty heavily there on the infantry, pushing it out to hold up the Allied advance to buy time for the Panzers and the other chaps. They're shooting here, Pioneers versus engineers, the mine spotter being laid down around the CoH point, and there we go, Volksgun taking quite a bit of damage again. The Jeep here serving as quite a moment of frustration for Vesat Ivalta. We've got a 2nd rifle squad there, sort of moving around. So we've got 2 rifle squads now for Bsky here alongside the Jeep trying to deal with Vesat's 3 Volksgun Grenadiers. More rowing up there, being pushed forwards, ordered by hardened veterans, or most likely not actually. The 709th was in fact heavily grouped up with what was known as the Ostlegionen, or basically sort of eastern troops, conscripts essentially forced into to hold the beaches of Normandy so they could free up German troops for fighting on the eastern front. So in that regard, they actually had a sort of low number of German infantry, which also were not that well trained. Little fun fact, and they're certainly lacking in experienced personnel. So a bit of shooting here, the Jeep firing away there. Troops certainly taking a pasting there. Rather than there, close to being wiped out, but we see here that Bsky is quick to retreat them. Right at the nick of time there. We got a bit of shooting here in the west. Almost got the fuel pump. The Pioneers do rushing away there with the MP40s. More Volksguns arriving here. So we got up to 4 Volksgun squads here actually for Vesat. At this point, I probably suggest him to actually build a medic bunker. I mean, that way you can sort of synergize with the fact he's going to be producing a lot of casualties, and that way, you know, sort of get grenadiers out that way, you can sort of push a very infantry with some momentum here versus Bsky and force Bsky to have to react to that. So I think that could be a pretty good choice there for Vesat. I'd probably recommend the medic bunker going up about here. I think that'd be a good spot. He could also set it up about here. Ish, I think that could also work, but there you go, right being flanked here by the full scripts there, heavy fighting over the western fuel point, and the eastern side, we got some light harassment there from the Vesat, but Bsky is quick to lock that one off. So yeah, we'll see what he does here, Mr. Vesat. I mean, certainly some veterans for all of these full grenadiers would also be a good idea, but I think the priority here should be a medic bunker, so that way he'll be able to take advantage of the fact, again, he's going to produce a lot of casualties, and that way he can easily push for better infantry. Bsky, they're briefly considering the BAR upgrade, but decides against it for reasons unknown. Instead aiming here for the supply up, my planning set attack up, maybe some M8s out. Quick fighting about here, full swing up, support the other squad there, rifle moving across, wiring off here. But being caught, so not best position to be caught, they're doing it. In fact, they take extra damage while doing so. So right here, he's more than apparently willing to trade away a single full grenadier just to get up some barbed wire so the opponent can't rush up closely. We got more troops moving up there, so all of a sudden, fighting is getting pretty brutal here. Joe there charging up, filled with anger at his fallen comrades, trying to get shot to bits himself. So right now we got 4 full grenadier squads here fighting, and 2 pioneers moving up support. We got a Kampfkraft sent up here, and there'll be some veterans from away. I imagine that'll be for the full grenadiers. I mean, getting veterans 1, 2, even 3 on them would be a pretty good choice as well. Of course, also benefit any grenadiers going to get out from a medic bunker. I mean, again, with this many full grenadiers, it would almost be a bit wasteful to train regular grenadiers when you can just get them from a medic bunker. Back here, though, we got the motor pool up there for Bsky and the 3rd Armoured. We've also got a bit of harassment apparently going on. Quite nicely there by Vesat, it would seem. Veterancy first for the Pioneers, though. Now, that's a peculiar choice. You'd figure, again, with that many full grenadiers. In fact, he goes for a 5th squad. I mean, that definitely calls for a medic bunker, but he's gone for that many, and he's not prioritizing them in terms of veterancy. That's a bit weird, to be honest, there by Vesat. Pioneers are wiped here by Flamethrower. Flamethrowers having criticals then coming from, which actually allows just, you know, almost insta-kill a unit if with a bit of bad luck. But yeah, Fulters there reinforcing. Again, veterans for them would be a very solid choice there for the Vesat. Again, just self-healing for starters would be good, but of course, making them tougher down the road would certainly, I think, also benefit the Vesat Ivalta, and of course his men quite a bit here. But all maintaining strong control on the west side. Looks like he's getting ready to push into the east there. Then again, most of them going westwards to try and contain the allied threat there. Of course, a few MP40s I think could also be a good choice. We got grenades off here. Oh, he's gone for Blitzkrieg. It's a grenade assault, which actually concussive effects, if you will, in a nice way there. Of course, also mixes quite well with the large full grenade squad, since, you know, it's just for a 1 per unit member. A bit like, you know, assault in companies too, so. But again, it's stunned, which some people weren't, you know, quite fond of, but that was before they fixed up that, because previously they could actually kill units, and some people just spam a lot of grenades and just wipe a lot of stuff. So he's clearly aiming for a strategy that sort of takes a lot of advantage out of here, but again, for whatever reasons, a medic bunker is not part of that strategy, which does strike me as a bit weird, since a medic bunker, but probably one of those prime elements that really sort of supports a strategy like that. And also there seems more veterancy on the way for the Fultz Grenadiers. They could be planning some kind of tech up here. We got the Fultz now getting ready there. I mean, even also a single MP40 squad, they could be quite nice, maybe even 2 of them. Then you could have sort of 3 regular rifle squads supporting the rest. I mean, that would also increase the firepower quite heavily here versus Bsky, who is got nothing further going on. Although we got the Greyhound down the way, the M8, the favoured scout car of the American army.
Losing ground out there.
Rifleman hiding about here, Fultz swimming about. Pioneers with the minesweepers. But again, push with the CoH point squad covering. Nice work there by Vesat. And there you go, got rifle pushing against the Fultz in the west. Just retreats. I might say he might try and pop a grenade assault there to try and blow up the entire thing there. But we got more infantry moving forwards there. Fultz Grenadiers crossing the vast fields of Angerville. And there you go, Greyhound going up close first, armoured skirts up, protecting a bit from Panzerfaust, and adding their 50 caliber machine gun there on top for added anti-kraut measures. I want to use the cover a bit better there though, have Vesat. Your men would benefit from it considerably. Engineers flanking in there with a Flammenwerfer. And back here, nothing really seems to be going on then with Vesat space. I mean, there's no Krieg bags. He's actually quite further there. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what he's planning against his opponent, but it certainly sounds a bit risky when his opponent does have a Greyhound out on the field, though thankfully it's not quite nearly as potent as the suit is in Companies 2, but still, it is in fact quite nasty. And should not be taken lightly. The troops are standing about. Healing reinforcement going on there. Greyhound firing away there with 50 caliber Quaxel and who knows what else. Take that, you Krauts! Stop laughing, Carl. I'll hit you again. Sorry, Sarge. So pushing ahead here, still no sign of any further upgrades for the Volksgrenadiers. A bit curious there, to be honest, by him. Besides, actually time to pop over to him, who again has gone for Blitzkrieg, and for example, there we go. You can see it there, what sort of doctrine he's chosen. The Panzer there symbolizing the Blitzkrieg. Got nothing there though from his Reich headquarters still. Nothing going on, no kick. Oh, he's actually planning a tier 3 skip. So now guy's opponent previously sort of guessing at it, they involved a sniper, was sort of correct, but he wasn't quite correct because Vesat there again has gone for 5 bleeding. Actually, he's gone for 6. He's gone for 6. That is 30 Volksgrenadiers. And he hasn't gone for a medic bunker, the nut. Or at least gone for more veterancy for them. I suppose again he doesn't want to get flooded by the Grenadiers, so it's still recommended that you know it, but at the very least get them some more veterancy for Vesat, or at least throw in some submachine guns here and there. Rather than they're pushing up the west side, we got Fultz there firing back, and we got the M20 sort of launching in there. Got that 50 caliber goodness and some other bits opening up, and the Fultz is getting on some main kills as well, with the 30mm gun. Got the Jeep hanging about here. We got Fultz there. Ooh, laying down sandbags. He's prepared for an assault there. And there you go, the probably grenades. Assault there. Satchels have been handed out to the men. Filled with nice grenades. Granaten. Now they don't get to use them. There you go. Assault phase is ready. The 709th getting reinforcements from a nearby unit to provide armored support on what else to attack and push back the armies into the sea. Fultz out in the open. He's kind of, well, he's basically blobbing up, to be honest. This is where some grenades, I think, from Bsky, Bsky could be quite helpful if you had weapon support center. 30 calibers could be neat. Mortars as well. Greyhound is doing what it can, but grenades here, maybe BRs were quite effective. Fultz the squad there almost wiped. We got Panzerfaust going off there against the M8 Greyhound. Got a kill there. Veterans 1 gained for America, freedom and democracy. And there you go. We got the BARs, which definitely punishes him for just moving out with the Fultz out in the open with insufficient veterancy. And again, this is also, I mean, you know, for someone who just bunches up his men like that, a few MP40s would certainly, you know, support that strategy a lot more aggressively. But there we go. Sturmarmory going up. The huge concrete building there. 12 kills there. Bsky makes a triumphant advance on the western side of the map. And this is almost done. Greyhound there supported by the Jeep engaging the Krauts. Driving in there, trying to protect the Jeep. In fact, allowing the Greyhound to soak up most of the damage. Of course, here, Panzerfaust do not damage engines, which allows him to operate a lot more aggressively with his vehicles, in a sense, because he doesn't have to worry about them ending up with engine damage because of it. Bigger push here, engineers, riflemen, BARs, flamethrowers, you name it. And we got the 234-1 armored car there on the way for Vesat Eivalta, and the 709th Bodenständige Infantry Division. Fultz there being pushed out of the house, riflemen, engineers there moving in, Fultz Grenadiers falling back. Being pursued there by the angry American hordes. Almost done there with the armored car. They're shooting there. We got rifling pushed back by the Volksgrenadiers. Again, another sweeping advance here from Vesat Eivalta. Got the 234 there ready. Schwerer Panzer B-Wagen, 8 Rad or 8-wheeled. Rather than being caught by the Volksgunners. I mean, in this case, he's clearly outnumbered by the Germans. In this case, it's also surprising he hasn't gone for a medic station, you know, to help pick up some of his wounded. And that way, you know, sort of gain a bit more leverage versus Vesat in the longer run. Surprising retreat there. I mean, of course, another thing Vesat could do to benefit all of these troops would just get a half-track. Of course, that could require creek bags, but, you know, that would allow them to reinforce his Volksgunners at the front line, giving them a lot more potency long-term versus his opponent. We got the N8 down to fire, 10 killed so far. 234 moving in. It's not going to be that great versus unless he upgrades it to a Puma there with its 50mm gun. Got some Panzerfaust going off though. Another Panzerfaust gunner flies out. I told you to wear a seatbelt, Carl. God damn it, Carl. I'll slap your corpse when we come back from it for it. Supports them being seized, folks coming up. So we now get a bigger push again. He's better leveraging his numbers here again. He's got more infantry in a sense, in sort of larger squads than his opponent. He is, well, more numerically larger squads, but he's just not pushing for it aggressively enough to try and that way overwhelm his opponent. 234 running back, we have the Stug following up here. No sign of experience though for either vehicle or Stug so far, though. You should definitely think get some veterancy for the Stugs. I mean, veterancy 3 Stugs are actually quite difficult to deal with. They're durable, plus they have machine guns on top that can suppress the enemy. So, I mean, generally, if you go for Stugs, I would recommend veterancy for them. I remember in particular one player who would just go for Stugs, get them a lot of veterans, then he'd spam them just roll over his opponent because the opponent would really struggle dealing with a lot of veterancy 3 Stugs. But there you go, Stug 4 out. Based on the Panzer IV chassis to make up for losses when the Stug factories were bombed, and because, well, the Stug was actually more important than the Panzer IV. So the sort of the Stug 4 variant came about there to sort of minimize time, sort of, you know, retool and everything. It was basically a Stug 3G model, sort of transposed, late model by the way, onto the Panzer IV chassis. In fact, that machine gun there is wrong. It was supposed to be sort of more like the Hetzers, I believe. But I was correct there. Though, in theory, they could have snuck in the quick-action machine gun. Some Stugs would have had, you know, mounted into the mantle there. Sadly, they did not go for that option. Sadly. Plus, though, taking heavy damage from the rifle and the BARs. Getting murdered. There we got the Stug moving up here, though. Supporting the Fultz gun. It shoots and misses. Quite tragically. There you go. Got the 234 there joining in. And we got a Nebelwerfer on the way here for the Vesat Ivalta. Nebelwerfers generally were independent sort of assets. Batteries deployed here, well, they technically Abteilungen, so sort of detachments, attached wherever needed. I mean, no divisions would organically have a Nebelwerfer sort of part of it, but it could, you know, get attached with some of the 352nd Infantry Division, which, you know, fought at Omaha Beach, had a sort of detachment there of Nebelwerfers attached to it, as a fun fact. Fultz in a bit of trouble, and we got there the Nebelwerfers out here for the Vesat. No sign there's still of any sort of veterans being purchased for his Stugs or his 234s. But overall, he's got a nice sort of map control there versus Bsky at the moment. And certainly with the Nebelwerfer can get off a good barrage, you can do a lot of damage there to him. Damage engine the Stug, their sticky bombs. Doing quite nasty work there. Also, normally they wouldn't be that close to the Nebelwerfer. They'd actually sort of run away and sort of be electronically sort of detonated from a safe distance. Another fun fact is this was actually the smallest of the Nebelwerfers. They're actually much bigger ones, firing like 300mm rockets. They could only fire like, you know, much fewer of them. Actually, this one doesn't even fire that many. They might actually roughly fire the same amount of rockets, just looking a bit different there. There you go, roughing the fire from the 234, blasting away. Got a big full scale push here from the Vesat Ivalta while he's repairing his Stug. Engine still awaiting needed repairs. And we got a second Nebelwerfer. He's going really heavy there on the artillery support there. When he doesn't have mortars, he goes for Nebelwerfers. So big push here from Vesat Ivalta. Stug good to go once more. Still not getting anything for it. We got an anti-tanker coming here, the M1, 57mm gun. Of course, they're taking losses from the sniper, so he's actually brought that up now to help bleed out the Krauts. Shot fired, missed. Actually hit the outhouse, then blew the door off hinge. And knocked it out now. This is Helmut reporting outhouse destroyed. Since they'll have to smell to their own shit for once. These are taking losses from the Fultz grenadiers. Nebelwerfers get blasting away, covering the area here, and could also be setting up for, there we go, barrage there. So a lot of rocket fire there from Vesat Ivalta. Doing a bit of damage. Ultimately, they're going to try and catch a sniper. He'd probably have more success with some MP40s. Assault in the west has failed due to unknown reasons. And almost having to switch back to Bsky. We'll have to see if he's actually chosen a doctrine by now, though. He seems to be a bit sort of short on that. And yes, it is Armor Company. Armor Doctrine. Allied War Machine. Oh dear. Haven't seen that one in some time. Brings back terrible memories. Which certainly, I think, only necessitates Vesat Ivalta getting up some veterans on his Stooks, to be honest. Rather than using suppressive fire to suppress the Volksgunners by an ability they had, which most players occasionally utilize, but not a lot. 234, the main gun out, engine out, not looking good there. Stug nowhere near to support. Well, it's there, but it's not moving into support there, so it's going to lose the 234 there to the Greyhound. In the west, Ripen holding up there. German infantry being repulsed as well. All of a sudden, Vesat is a bit on the back foot there versus Bsky and the 3rd Armoured. Stug rolling ahead, though, with next to none support there. Would not advise that. I would not advise that. At all. And I'd still recommend, you know, some veteranry on that thing. Again, a lot of folks going to do this for him. A lot. Huge advance here. 4 squads being dispatched westwards. About 20 men. Well, actually, he hasn't fully reinforced those, so 18. Another Nebelwerfer barrage here is trying to catch something, but it's not quite working out. It's not quite working out there for Vesat Ivalta. He's lost a lot of ground now. We can see over here that Bsky's a lot more dominant. Those men actually scattered. There we go. Caught here by the Volksgunner Horde. It is swept away. And we got a second assault here by the 709th Bodenständige Infantry Division here in the east. More forces that are being caught out in the open. A lot of rifle fire there. Getting on some good hits. Nebelwerfer slightly falling back there. Is that a second Stug out there? In fact, it is a second Stug, and that's gotten 4 infantry kills already. Pretty good works there. They would still benefit a ton from veterancy. We got another anti-tank gun out here, though, from Bsky, so trying to contain the German armoured surge here. For that matter, also, you know, everything else has been surging forwards, though of course we won't be able to do much. There was the Nebelwerfer, there you go. Another series of rockets. Blind fire though. Got them slightly suppressed, some light damage, but overall nothing huge. 234 more arriving here for Vesat to help deal with that stuff in there. Got the Stug moving westwards, his support troops there. Gets a kill there, snipes poor Joe. And we got the ground moving down there, pursuing full Volksgunners. Need to be careful, a bit difficult to maneuver that thing about. 234 moving up to cover. More Nebelwerfer barrages. And they've actually gone for more veterans for the Nebelwerfers to decrease their reload speed. But still nothing for the Stugs. Nothing at all. Which is a definite shame there, I would say. No attempt at gaining them veterancy. Most precious veterancy. Got supplied upgrade there for Bsky. Good work there. More forces firing there. One taking losses though. Eventually to the Greyhound Bowie. 17 kills there. Nothing further going to Vesat space, and from Bsky space, nothing further. He might be planning something doctrinally, though of course he could take up and just go for Shermans here versus his opponent if he wanted to. Casualties piling up for the site, and again the lack of a medic bunker at this point might be something he's regretting a bit. Might. Who knows truly what the site is thinking here. There you go, Ripen versus Volksgunners in the west by the Western Victory Point. Bit of desperate fighting. We got the Greyhound rolling up there. 19 kills. Decent hit there. And there you go. Kills for getting track up for the Volksgunners. More Nebelwerfer siege just firing away left and right. He's not really getting a lot of kills with them though. He's not really getting a lot of kills with them. And there we go. It is the Calliope here for Bsky, and of course, note they only cost manpower here, no fuel costs to the call-ins whatsoever. Got the Calliope moving ahead here for American freedom, democracy. And folks, as they're spotting it, looks like he got a wipe on the western side. Probably some folks going to leave who rather bit the dust there. Stu trying to deal with the rifleman side there. Still no veterans on the way for them. We got something away there from the Sturm Armory. There for Vesat Ivalta. Calliope barrel straight into the base here. Looking to silence many units. We've got the naval levels on the run here as rockets just streak down. Killing Volksgrenadiers. Damaging bunkers. Sturm Armories. Chunks of concrete flying all over the place. Exposing stuff there. Stu continue to get kills there as the rifleman. And we've got here an officer, the Lieutenant. Lieutenant Gottlieb reporting. I think he's gone for the manpower blitz strategy. We can just briefly peek in here. Yup, manpower blitz strategy. Hurts his manpower for a brief amount of time, but gives him a ton there. And he's using that to, like, spam armored cars for some bizarre reason. So he's going to just swarm his opponent with the armored cars. And hope he can pull something off there. That's an interesting strategy. That's an interesting strategy, I guess. We'll have to see there how well that's going to work out there versus his opponent, who is also taking up here. He's bringing up the tank depot there for the 3rd Armoured. Puts it out in the open there to taking fire. We've got the super boom for the Greyhound. Shoots and misses. Grenade assault here. Rifle being stunned, pinned down. And the Greyhound explodes, cascading bits and pieces and Joe all over the place. Like a shrapnel pinata. Stu, though, knocked out here by anti-tank gun and rifleman efforts, leaving it unexposed with no infantry support. There was a pretty poor deal there by Vesat, which just continues to flood out the armoured cars there. He's got 3 out now on the field, 4 out on the field. It's a lot of neat armoured cars there versus Bsky, who certainly does not have anything like that in those numbers, at least not vehicularly. And he's actually going for a 5th there, a 5th armoured car. And I think there might be a 6th on the way. Also suggest he's just moving out the officer to help, you know, gain a bit more control of the front line. Rather than getting blasted, we've got a Calliope barrage here raining down. Stu taking hits, Pioneers nearby. It's certainly in a pretty... Oh, Stu, they're taking catastrophic damage there from the Calliope. Almost knocked out. Almost knocked out. We got the Jeep, they're getting blasted by the 234s. 222. Oh, not 222, but just 2 sending their cannons there. Units standing about. Here we got Volkswagen moving up there for the point, taking losses from the sniper. Could actually rush in the armoured cars then, possibly try and wipe them out, though, of course. Bsky has done a good job mining up, I think, the fields at least an extent, at least keeping the sniper close enough. 234 needs to pull back before an anti-tank and then knocks it out, and we got more Nebelwerfer fire here. Vesat relentlessly fires. The problem is, he's not actually hitting. Oh, there we go, finally squad of hills. So, I mean, he's been firing those for quite some time, and he hasn't really done much to sort of get any kills besides that 5 and 1 there. That's not really good there for Vesat. It's not good. Actually, he hasn't done any more there. They're still at 5 and 1. That's not really good when we invest that much manpower and resources into them in form of veterancy, and they still can't hit the... You aren't getting any kills. I mean, probably better off getting the Volksgrenadiers veterancy, I don't know. The Stugs, the armoured cars. I mean, where's the veterancy for that, Vesat? There is the veterancy for that. High Command demands answers, Vesat. High Command demands answers. At least suppressing something there, but overall the results are depressing. Comparatively, the Calliope seem to be, well, not doing that much better. Folks, they're being pushed back. Stu rolling back. Got the Stuk shooting away. We got M10s out here for Bsky, M10 tank destroyers. A lot of Panzerfaust there, taking it down to half health. As the Panzerfaust do decent damage here in Company 1 compared to the ones in Company 2. Of course, again, they can't damage engines, so there's a bit of a trade-off there, if you will. In fact, back at the start of the game, they did even more damage. And some people just, create huge blobs and just take out tanks that way, just rushing them with Panzerfaust and knocking them out. And a tank and then knocking out a 234 there, and it's back to Vesat. Because again, he's got like 4 of them, 4 234s, and he's got 3 Stoogs, and 4 Volkswagen squads. He's certainly played out a bit. Plus, he's got the officer there, which he's just still supervising. What is it? Looks like he almost sounds like he lost another armored car there. Looks like they're getting sniped by the anti-tank gun. More needle fire being unleashed upon the American position. Direct hit on the M10. Direct hit. Had the game been able to actually reflect, again, the top crew there, that's probably a GG there for the crew inside. But no, instead the engineers trying to prepare, they are dying from the fire. As Nebelwerfers did have incendiary rockets, by the way. Got an anti-tank gun there, which in theory could flank a decently deal there with the 234s. Nothing further here. He's got plenty of resources still, despite, this is still, lasting there, so he has, of course, to be careful. Salvaging munitions there. Not bad. Americans being pushed back here. As for Vesat in the 709th now aggressively supported here by the 2nd Panzer Division pushes forward. Still think a medic bunker would be a great choice here for Vesat. He's got so many faults grenadiers. He could easily still go for the medic bunker. It would be in a huge detriment. There we go. Manchester surprise here, though. The Calliope with the Stug. Pushing it away. Keep there. Taking fire from the 234s, but ultimately they are forced to pull away there. A single Fox squad there. Rather far extended, being swarmed here by Bsky's riflemen. Gunning them down with huge complements of bullets. We've got a 2nd M10 out here for Bsky and the 3rd Armoured. Nebelwerfer in a pretty exposed position. He needs to pull back and... Well, he's gotten some kills now on one besides that one. There you go. M10 taking a lot of hits there. He'll probably go for Allied War Machine soon, so we'll just allow him to refresh those casualties. There we go. Allied War Machine popped here. Allows him to replace them. And many American players, for some, just do this, suicide their tanks this way because, well, tank destroyers, most of this is just, you can also do it with Shermans, most just use with M10s, use them like suicide missiles that way because ultimately, as long as you just get something killed there, you'll actually be, earning resources on it essentially. It becomes a plus there, particularly getting anything veteran. And there we go, M10's knocked out. There's too much going on there. I think there's some misclicks going on there. 234, they're trying to clear out the anti-tank, but it's not working out. They're no supporting infantry. Stug down to Skadden. 2 Stugs for 2 M10s, which again are replaced. So this is pretty bad here for Vesat. This is pretty bad. One option might be, try and play for the Tiger, otherwise to get out more Stugs, and more importantly, get some bloody veterancy on the Stugs. Get the veterancy. And for that matter, some medic bunkers up, get some grenadiers out there, get some veterancy on the infantry. Fight harder, fight smarter. Another Stug down here. Critical losses here for the 79th Infantry Division. Also some serious explanation to do to the commanding general of the 2nd Panzer Division as to what the hell happened with all those Stugs. He borrowed them. Nebelwerfers there being knocked out. Armoured cars well by the Calliope. Catastrophic damage being done to Vesat Ivalta. Catastrophic damage. It's just down now to 4 Volks Grenadiers. Squads 2 234s and an officer here, the lieutenant. He's going for a lot of Stugs now, but he's very much in a rubbish position. M10's there running all over everything. Close to being wiped there. Many men being crushed there beneath the mighty armoured treads of the M10s. Stug deployed. Jawohl. But still, he really needs to throw on some veterans on those Stooks. I mean, again, what it can do to minimize damage from the M10s will do a ton for them. So, I mean, really, he should aim just towards veteran 3 on them, because that's going to make it much more difficult to make these kind of suicide runs, in any way, that doesn't, benefit Vesat. Plus, more veterans and infantry will certainly also help, particularly now the rifle and BARs are. I mean, veterans 1 full grenadiers are not going to cut it. So, in that regard, ultimately, what Vesat's kind of doing is running a bit of a losing strategy. He doesn't change things up. In essence, this is a bit of like a burst strategy. He pulls off the burst, but in this case, it wasn't active to pull off. Even when he had all the 234s, it was just being used for sort of more defensive play, which ultimately meant he wasn't really getting anything done. With it, 234s are being hunted down here by the M10s, firing their 3-inch guns. Got the Stooks nearby. There we go, hunting down the M10s, firing their 75mm Stooks. Sturmkanone. Using this armor carrier to block at least. There we go, he pops out one machine in time. Main gun destroyed. Need to focus on the other one. Focus on the other one so it can't shoot. Pioneer's been crushed. No, he keeps focusing on the other one. The one that can't respond rather than the one you can actually hurt him. Bit of a mistake there, I think, by Vesat. Ivalta doing all the chaos, the hectic fighting here. M10 being replaced. Obviously, we've got troops moving in here. Taking a lot of damage, being pushed back here. Anti-tank, though, is being forced away, though. And main gun destroyed on the second M10. And there we go, another one kaput. Heavy armored losses here on both sides, but ultimately, though, it is Vesat Ivalta that is suffering more grievously there to his opponent. Troop ceiling reinforcing. 234 there firing away with its autocannon. Stooks running about, needs some repairs for them, and still needs some veterancy. Got the M10 there moving ahead. Again, easily replaced there by Bsky and the 3rd Armoured. I wonder if he's going to try. He actually went for another manpower blitz. Another manpower blitz. He's calling in more Stooks. Rushing them out in the field, and he's still not going for any veterancy. He's also going for more pioneers. So another burst here from Vesat Ivalta, as he tries to now get out of the grip here, which is closing ever stronger around his neck here from Bsky. And he actually managed to steal a Nebelwerfer. That's pretty catastrophic there for Vesat. Vulture's running straight to the Calliope there, taking heavy damage. So men forced to retreat there, run away in the face of American artillery. He's still got plenty of manpower. Still think bunkers would be a great choice here for Vesat. And again, he's got so much infantry, can still easily pay itself off, in particular since these are full grenadiers. Once again, I guarantee doing a lot there. We got the M10s straight into mine though. Small bit of luck there for Vesat. Got the Pershing there supporting there, but it's not even with a gun. We got the Stook firing away there at the M10s. Need to get the other Stook up there, but they're too preoccupied with things here. Not on the tanks to a threat here. Pull back the Stook. No, back. Get the other ones over there, Vesat. Vorwärts, Blitzkrieg, Deutschland. Almost lost the Wehrmacht quarters there, though. As the concrete has been blown rather aggressively off there. So we got the Pershing here, plus 2 M10s for Bsky. Port there secured. Another Stook out there for Vesat, so he's up to 4 Stooks. And finally, after 38 minutes, he's getting some veterancy on them. Just too bad it's so late in there. Imagine what he could have done again when he had more resources and actually got them properly veteraned up. Probably a lot more devastating towards, Bsky. A lot more devastating. Self-repairs are being enacted, and there you go, GG, well played from Vesat Ivalta, realizing he has rather been defeated. The 709th Bodenständige Infantry Division forced to fall back in the face of the 3rd Armored Division's assault. They could not break through. Vesat was not good enough. So, I mean, pretty brutal fight here between these two players. Vesat indicating, trying to pull off a very aggressive strategy. To an extent, it worked. The problem was he didn't bring up the supporting elements quietly. Again, he didn't bring up the veterans for the Stooks or the infantry sufficient. And again, he should have gone for some medic bunkers to at least that way convert some of those Fultz country losses into grenadiers, which longer term would also benefited him a lot more. And again, some assault machine guns, at least few of them, would have think also done him quite well. Bsky there played quite nicely. Initially suffered a bit there, but was able to slowly turn around, punishing Vesat constantly for his mistakes. Could have gone for a medic station to help a bit there, but I also think he played quite nicely there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. This is Imperial Lane signing off, and see you all probably another next week at least. Maybe Wednesday, or Thursday, maybe next Sunday. This is Imperial Lane signing off, and see you all. Cheers.